Hello everyone, this is War Doctor coming to you with Operation Grim Tide, FEC turn 5.1. And it's going to be a doozy. As you can see, these little attack markers, I am declaring war on the People's Republic of China and continuing to a small degree my war against the Pacific Command. So, let's get right to it. So there's no diplomacy, no facility repair, so I've got to go for tech now. So I am once again going for the same 4 techs. Just turn this down slightly. Going for PGMs. Use a pencil here. Going for advanced SLBMs. You might see that here. This black die. Chem Warfare Doctrine, which is this one, and hiding under there is Top Gun. Everything but Top Gun, the red, needs an 8 or higher. Top Gun is a 7. So let's see how we do. Okay. All right. I'm going to re-roll this since it flew out. It was an 8, but that doesn't seem fair. So I have 2 successes, a 10 and a 12. And a 2. All right, so that's a failure. All right, so Chem goes up to stage 3. Top Gun is complete. So we'll have to put that die on something else next turn. All right. Okay, let me bring you back here. And I'm just going to readjust the battle board here for a sec. All right, my buys. I have 27 IPP to spend, and I saved my 1 Battlestar IPP from last turn, not doing anything with that. Military aid. So I am spending 7 on military aid this turn. 1 EGF to Vietnam for a total of 2 to me, and then an EGF and an early gen MBT for Mongolia. Since I align Mongolia over to my side when I declare war on China, I've already swapped those out. Technically, it has not happened yet, but they'll be delivered as my units because of that. I've got another 2 early gens, MBTs, a Marine, 2 SSKs, a MBT, and a field artillery. I will produce 3 cruise missiles and 2 ASMs. Okay, so I've got a lot of attacks this turn, so bear with me here. All right, the first really big one is a naval action against China and the United States in P-28. I am bringing all 5 of my diesel electrics. I've already got the Chinese and American forces on the battle board here, because that's the one I'm going to resolve first. I'll be bringing those. I'll be bringing 2 cruisers, 3 destroyers, heavy aircraft cruiser, and 2 frigates. Now, I will also be firing a cruise missile into this battle. I am bringing these 3 aircraft. Double check I did that right. Yes. So these 3 planes are going here, along with the air superiority fighter that is in South Korea. Is going to come on over. They're escorting the attack plane. We'll be firing a ASM over into this battle here. So that is all of that. And that is going to go on the battle board, which I will set up in a moment. Okay, so that battle 1. Battle 2 is a facility strike from the major airbase up here in Novosibirsk. We are going to go 1, 2, 3 into this minor army base in eastern Xinjiang. I have 2 other facility strikes. The Soviets have a special power called SRBMs in this game. And in this case, I'm going to fire 2 SRBMs from the air base here in North Korea. They're going to go after the major army base and minor air base. Those will get, all three of those missile strikes will get some defense rolls. But I'll go over that when I get to it. All right, in southern Manchuria, we are bringing in a fair bit of stuff as well. So, well, it might make more sense to show this. So we are walking in 1, 2. That'll just be taken. And 1. We are bringing 2 light infantry from Dornagavi. We're bringing 2 early gens from Ulaanbaatar. We're bringing 3 mechs from Uyasutai. 1, 2. Oops. And from North Korea, we are bringing the balance of that entire army there. So 4 next gens, a SAM, 3 artillery using chem, 2 MBTs. And we'll get all that on the battle board after we resolve the naval battle, I think. I'm going to call it out now, and I'll try to remember to call it out again later. All the guys coming this way, because as you can see, it's a mountain border. On the first round of combat, all of these are reduced by 1. Now, also, Flak 88 has opted from Beijing here to scramble in his 2 EGFs to join this fight. So that ought to be a big one as well. Okay. Some other walk-ins. Over here in western Xinjiang, this entire force is going to move on in. Capture it. I should adjust my income for Central Manchuria and China's. But I'll do that after I do all this. So Fukuoka, I'm also walking in with an MBT. I think that's all the walk-in fights. I also have an amphibious assault here in Sapporo against the next-gen MBT. I'm supporting this with 2 cruise missiles from the air bases in Vlad and Magadan. So 1, 2, 3. And this one just goes 1, 2. So I'll start there. Make sure I get all these guys. All right. So this amphibious assault ship is coming out of port. Let's see if I can avoid scratching my board here. He is going to go up 1, pick up the air cav and the 2 Marines here. That will be joining it. The early gen fighter, 1, 2, will be joining the fight. Then down here, this guy is picking up a Marine. He is going to go 1, 2, 3. And on the way through South Korea, he is going to pick up a South Korean MBT. And he won't join until the second round, but I'll chip that Marine out. So we have 3 Marines and a fairly heavy force going in there. And those are all my attacks. Okay, so I'm going to, delicately as possible so I don't screw up my phone, move this over here. Trying to avoid the turn on off button, which has caused so many problems in the past. I'm going to angle this so we get everything. And we need to set this guy up. Okay, so we have a anti-ship missile with SpySat. Oh, I also forgot one guy that's coming. Yep, I knew I was going to forget something. Okay, there's one more guy joining this battle here. He's coming off silent running from P45, and it is my SSN. He's going to P36 and into P28. So he will be a first striking sub. And unless my ASM hits, I will have 3 additional submarines that will be first striking at 3. There they go, up here. If I kill one of those destroyers, I'll get 2 more of them. Or 1 more of them, sorry. So there's that. Heavy aircraft cruiser at 5. 2 frigates at 2. 2 cruisers at 6. 3 destroyers at 4. Okay. Now, as I said, he's got 2 destroyers. I may be able to knock one of these out and move one up. Move one of these diesels back up for their first strike. Flak 88 has elected to put 2 of his frigates on missile defense. They get shots at 2. Put this over here so I make sure I get my casualty order right. What else do I need to tell you guys? Okay, so this is unusual. Maybe a first in global war history where China and the United States are defending jointly. Now, normally, we very commonly get joint defenses, but this is in Europe or in other parts of the world where NATO forces and U.S. forces are sharing. And so generally, it's pretty easy for allies to decide who takes the hit. But I'll show you the procedure, assuming I get some hits, for how this is resolved. It's basically a loser whenever I get a general hit that isn't a sub-target select in the first round, because he's going to try to go on silent running. In the first round, if I get any general hits, we're going to do a roll-off after I've completed first strikes, and again after I've completed the rest of the round. And I'll roll off to see who gets the hits. Okay, so let's do air defense first. So we have 2 at 2. 10 and 6, the missile goes through. 1 at 5. First strike, I get target select. That is a 5. That is outstanding. Okay. I'm going to take one of his frigates, or sorry, destroyers. That will put 1 more of these guys up here. So I am going to roll my 4 attack submarines, my diesels, and my SSN in first strike together. Let's see what we get. We're looking for 3s and a 4 for the black die. All right, so 1 hit. Not great, not terrible. I think Flak 88 would want to put a hit on his amphibious assault ship rather than, although actually he'd want to do that, but we have to roll, we have to do a roll off here. Forgot about that. Okay. So red and green, whoever is lowest takes this first hit in first strike. All right, it is going to be the Chinese. All right, so we'll do that. These guys have attacked. Okay. All right, so let's do some rolling. Okay, I have 2 frigates at 2. Double 5s. 1 diesel at 3. It's a 10. 3 destroyers at 4. Okay, that is a sub-target select. So I'm going to select the nuclear attack sub. Okay, a 5. It's a miss, and then 2 6s. 1 general hit. All right, so since I have selected this already, we don't have to do that rolling procedure. I think Flak 88 is going to take his amphibious assault ship for the general hit. Although, let's just wait on that because I've got to roll everything else. All right, this is where things could get really ugly really fast. Okay, let's get amphibious assault ship at 1. It's a 7. 3 frigates at a 2. 7, 7, 8. 5 missile patrol boats at a 2. Oh, goodness. 2 hits and a target select. Okay, well, I know what he wants to do with his target select, so we'll get a general hit. He is going to target select one of my cruisers. Let me get a couple more of these because I'm probably going to need them. He is going to target select one of my cruisers, so that's 1 damage on them. Now remember, cruisers are capital ships, so things get interesting here. All right, 1 at 3. It's an 11. 1 at 4. 1. So he is going to target select my sub. I'm just going to take him off. And then a 6. Okay, that is a general hit too. And then the sub gets to shoot. Oh, grief. 3 hits. Okay. All right, so I'm going to take the Flak 88 would take. No, I need to take my 3 hits. Sorry. All right. I'm going to take 2 frigates. I'm going to take a damage on my heavy aircraft cruiser. All right, so these guys will come on over. That part's done. He would take this. The U.S. nuclear attack submarine would be dead. So we're all good now. These frigates would come on over into normal attack. So, all right, I have 5 destroyers, or 5 diesel electrics at 3. Clean sweep, all misses. That is 2 hits. One is a sub-target select. So let's do that. And then 1 general hit. Heavy aircraft cruiser. Doesn't have any target selects. That's a hit. So 2 general hits. And 2 cruisers at 6. 6-5, so 2 more. All right, that is a better round. So I have 4 general hits. All right, let's roll 5 frigates. All right, 5 frigates and 5 missile patrol boats. The reds are the missile patrol boats. Okay. Reds are the missile patrol boats. They all miss. I've got 2 general hits from the frigates. Get these guys out of the way. Diesel electric, that's already been hit. Misses. Destroyer. Misses. Cruiser. Misses. Okay. Alright, so I have to take 2 casualties. That's going to be 2 SSKs. He takes 4 more hits. He is going to take, so that guy's dead. He is going to take 4 frigates. All right, keep on going. Okay, 3 diesel electrics at 3. 1 general hit. 3 destroyers. All misses. Heavy aircraft cruiser. It's a miss. 2 cruisers. Ooh, 6 and 1. Okay, so target select for one of them, which is great. And then, all right, so surface target select. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do this. So we have 3, 4, 5. All right. This should be clear. We're looking for 2s and 1s. Okay, those all miss. Thankfully. 1 destroyer at 4. That is a hit. It is a sub-target select, but I would, take it anyway. So we're gonna do that. And then 1 destroyer, or 1 cruiser. That's a miss. Okay. So I have to take a sub. I surface target select his cruiser. And he has to take 2 more hits, so it is going to be missile patrol boat and a frigate. Okay. Hopefully the last round. Okay, so I'm going to do my diesels at 3. Miss. Let's go for these. My destroyers at 4. 1 hit, general. Heavy aircraft cruiser, 5. No. Cruisers, 6. 9-3, so that's 2 general hits. Okay. So we've got 4 missile patrol boats. Oh, he's gonna take that. So sad. Well, he's gonna take it, but let me just mark it because that's better practice. So 1 surface target select, and then 1 at 4. That's a 3, so that's a general. Okay. Collect that die that went astray. Ugh. Okay, so he's going to take my cruiser. I have to take 1 more hit. It will be a diesel submarine. I take 2 more hits on him. He'll take 2 more of these. Okay, so diesel. That is a hit. 1 general. Destroyers. 2 more hits. So that's all I needed. That's 3. Okay, for giggles, let's just do heavy attack cruiser. That would also be a hit. Cruiser, miss. Okay, so I got 4 hits. All right, I'm going to do this just to speed this up. All right, and these 3 guys all miss. So they're dead. I take that fleet action. We have cleared P-28. Okay. I have destroyed a enemy task force, so I get 2 bucks for the privilege. That is quite the carnage pile.